Excuse me, sir. What's up everyone, my name is G. It is so good to have you here. You are very welcome. Oh, why did I sound like I was starting a church live stream then? Today I am going to talk about books, so if books aren't your thing, skip this video because you're not going to enjoy it. But if you do love books as much as I do, then you are going to love this video. It's going to be great. But before I get started, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. So click down here or down here. So I'll wait until you've done that. I'll wait. All done? Okay, great. So today I am going to talk you through 5 books that I have read recently that I think are worth talking about on my YouTube channel. And without giving it away too much, that's what I'm going to say. So the first book is one, I'm sure you've heard about it, or you've watched the film, or you've heard about the films. But the first one is After. Yeah, I see you clicking off this video right now. How dare I claim this to be a book? So I read this book because I watched the film and I'm going to stop waving it around. I absolutely loved the film. Like, I loved the film. I thought it was amazing. But I do love it. I love that film. It's one of my favourite films, I think. So I heard that it was made into a book. No. Why can't I speak today? So I heard that it came from a book, and not only did it come from a book, but it was actually based on a fan fiction about Harry Styles, which I didn't know, which I didn't really know how I felt about that when I found out. But I bought the book anyway and I read it, and it's actually the film is better, is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, Anna Todd, but it was just a bit very American, very, like, if you like cheesy, like proper love, like a little bit 50 Shades. If you like stuff like that, then you'll like this book. It's a pretty thick book as well. It's like 550, almost 600 pages long. So it's a pretty weighty book. I'm not going to read it again, so if anyone wants to borrow it, let me know. So I'd give this a 4 out of 10. And that's what I'm going to say about that. Okay, so the next book I read was a classic, and it's The Great Gatsby. Woo! I got this for like 50p from a charity shop and was like, yes, I'm going to read it. It's going to be great. I'm going to love it. Spoilers, I didn't love it. I know it's a classic, and I know, like, people study it and they think it's an amazing book. Meh. It left me feeling meh. Like I just wasted a week of my life reading this book. It was just a lot of... I think it was because I'm not a very materialistic person and I don't really like having a lot of stuff, and I've never really been the type of person that wants to wear a brand because everyone else is wearing it. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, like you're supporting capitalism and supporting the economy, that's great. But I could not get on with this book. There was something about it that I was like, I hated the main character, and without spoiling it too much for people who haven't read it, I just didn't really like the vibe. There's that book. So we'll give this one a 2 out of 10. Are we? Yeah. I really didn't like this. We'll give it a 2 out of 10. The next book I read was a book that I borrowed from somebody, so I don't have it anymore, but it was The Hobbit. I just wait for my mum to finish arguing on the phone. And The Hobbit, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I thought the descriptive writing was world class. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I fully get why people make it so high. I am fully aware that it is a children's book, and the fact that it's like descriptive and stuff, I love it. I would read it again. I really enjoyed reading it. I enjoyed bedtime because it meant that I could not only sleep, but I could read my book. And you know you love a book when that happens. So I would give... this looks like a little hobbit. It doesn't, but it's very small. So I would give The Hobbit a 9 out of 10. Are we going to give it a 9 out of 10? Yeah. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I have never watched any of that. I was going to say Harry Potter's. I've never watched any of the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit, and my two friends have kind of tried to get me into watching it with them, but we just haven't got around to it, so I'm borrowing the books, and yeah, that's also why I don't have it. 9 out of 10. Oh, the next one. I have I am a hipster. I'm basic, I'm hipster, I'm all of those things. I have a record player that's like right here. I love Tennessee Williams. I love his plays. I've loved everything that he's done play-wise that I've ever read. So I read The Glass Menagerie, and it was mwah. It was just beautiful. It really made you feel gutted for the characters, and it just really made you like think about the characters. And if you have a really big imagination, then Tennessee Williams plays are the best for you, because they just let your imagination run wild with these characters. And they're not too long. Like, I read mine in like 3 days. I read one of these in 3 days, and I would give this 10 out of 10. I'm a sucker for Tennessee Williams, so I love this book, this play, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I'm a nerd. I was alone so long, I never really know what being alone was. Oh, can I be bothered to speak about this last book? No, I can't, because it is loaded. This is Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. Yes, you might be thinking, hold on, didn't C.S. Lewis write the Narnia books? Yes, that is the same C.S. Lewis that wrote this book. This book is basically theory and the moral side of Christianity, and why C.S. Lewis believes in Christianity, and what C.S. Lewis believes it's basically the argument in favour of Christianity, and looks at why, without giving it away too much, but like looks at the moral side of it. Okay, so the reason why I struggled with this book is there are some parts of it that I'm like, yes, that's fantastic, like that's genius, that's literally head on a great thing. And the analogies, most of the analogies are like amazing, but some of it I'm like, But saying that, when was this written? So it was first published in 1952, and I can tell there is a lot of old world views in here that I don't necessarily agree with, but there's also a lot of stuff on Christianity that I agree with, and a lot of stuff that I found really, really helpful as a Christian in this book. So my recommendation is that you read this, but read it with a cup of tea and get ready to have your brain explode, because that's what happened to me. So I don't really want to rate this because I've got so many mixed feelings about it, so we'll stick to the middle and just give it a 5 out of 10. I think that's fair. What do you think? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'm just losing the plot slowly. Okay, that was it. Those were the 5 most recent books that I have read and enjoyed, and maybe not so much enjoyed in some cases. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, month, year, whatever you are doing, and I will see you next week for a video. Is that gonna fall?